Hey guys. Well, I was already pressing into a jungle anyway when I made my last video, so thought I may as well do this map as this one as well, since I've seen it around pretty much every tile when I was trying to find that one, and it's pretty much similar anyway, so thought I may as well give it a shot. So anyway, I'm working pretty similar to in that last one. Just got to decide whereabouts I want this guy. I can put it here to attack those three, or I can put it here to attack those three. I think I'm gonna go over here though, since that puts me on the on this side of this track here. So anyway, I'm going my usual, just getting up like that. Usually I would probably get to 4-1 before getting distraction, but I don't know, it doesn't really matter, to be honest. It makes very little difference. Unless you get very unlucky or you're on a regen tile, but yeah, just going for that. Get the 14 ninja as soon as you can. So yeah, just gonna do my usual strategy, get this guy to 4-2. This strategy, yeah, I'm pretty much always doing this one. I mean, if you want me to, I guess I could try something else, but I've pretty much fallen in love with ninjas and bomb towers for my starters, and I use them on as many tracks as I can. Yeah, I'm doing pretty much the same as my last jungle video, just on a different angle really. This one looks a bit wonky, but when you kind of stretch it out a bit, you'll notice that it's kind of the same shape, just like this bit here, and then a little bit longer. So since it's a little bit longer, it should in theory be a lot easier. Just gonna put my bomb tower here, except because of the range upgrade, I'm gonna try and go kind of to the left of the path a bit. And also because mobs are so big that, I mean, even if it was over here, this guy would still be able to attack it because of its massive hitbox. But yeah, see, once I start getting the range upgrades, it starts covering this part of the track anyway. And it also gets me further in this direction, which is why I wanted to place it more to the left. Since it's further to the left, that gives me a slight boost at when I start hitting the mobs. And see, I'm already completely covering this track, so I probably could have placed it more to the left. And now we can go a little bit over here, just in case something gets past. But that'll probably get taken care of by my ninjas. Speaking of which, now is time to get my second ninja. And I'm going to try putting this guy on this side of the track this time, just for something new. That'll mean that it can't hit them when they're over here, so, but this guy already can. But this guy will also get a chance to attack anything just before it leaks, which is what I'm kind of hoping it'll help me do. So yeah, if that guy had got past, he would have been able to get him there. So anyway, on my second ninja, I do get distraction before Blunjitsu, just because, well, Blunjitsu is probably the better upgrade to get first, but I mean, distraction does start to be a lot more effective once you throw multiple shurikens, and the double shot really, it does help out. And since we've already got mobs coming in by this stage, you're better off getting distraction before Blunjitsu, I think. Just for when those ceramics come out. The only reason I get Blunjitsu first for the first one is because the mobs haven't come yet, and I don't, yeah, it just helps me take out the balloons faster. But anyway, it doesn't really matter because by the time I get to like level 10 or 11, I've got them all maxed anyway. So this is when I think about where I want to put my village. Main thing, I just want to have it covering all these 3 towers. Doesn't actually need to, but it has to be close, so that, like, close enough that when I upgrade it, it will cover them. But I think I want to put it just about here anyway, so it'll get there sooner. Put him there. Grab my range upgrade, my monkey fort. Really like it in monkey fort. And I start getting more of my bomb towers. I really like to get 4 of these before doing much else. Depending on the situation you're in, you might get more of these before getting anything else, but that's what I like to do. Get 4 of them, then I work on my village more. So the main deal with these is that I want them to be attacking all of this stuff here before they reach my ninjas, so that I can hopefully not have any mobs still around by the time my ninjas have to deal with anything. I mean, not that ninjas are bad against dealing with mobs, I just want them to have more chances at knocking them back, because that's what I get these guys for. They are good against mobs, yes, but I get them for the distraction. That's why I keep them, that's why they're still good at this point. So, what I'm doing now, just need to get this last mob more up. Send to strong. Not really anything I want to set to close yet. But yeah, once I got those four already, I can start working on this village a bit more. Get my jungle drums. And let's see if this works. There we go. Didn't even have to use road spikes. I mean, it might have actually not been necessary for him to even attack that balloon if he was closer over this way, but just, yeah, just trying out something new. Anyway, just regular here. Always get the MIB. Such a great upgrade in this game. It's just, you can't really underestimate it, especially with DDTs. This allows any tower to attack anything. It's pretty useful. Anyway, once I got that up, unfortunately I can't use my favorite ice towers, but that's what jungles are good for, getting the glue gunners up. Some people actually like glue gunners more than ice towers, but I personally just like my ice towers, honestly. I don't really see much. Again, glue gunners are good, and as I mentioned before, they're better against DDTs than ice towers are. But I don't know. I guess it's just a matter of preference. But if you're a fan of glue gunners, then you probably will like jungles a lot more than I do. And I guess if you're not a fan of ice, then you'll probably be the same. What another thing you can do here is, instead of going for this kind of defense, you can go for an ability based defense where you just get like a couple robos or something to crack the shells, and then you get a couple of cleanup abilities like ground zero. You can spam a couple ground zeros and just use them to whack down and destroy every balloon. That's what I kind of used to do, but now that I'm a high level, this is working a lot easier. It's not really as hard to set up, which is really the issue, having the difficulty setting up in the early rounds. Anyway, I'll get some of these guys at the back here set to close, so I can grab any of those things that get past. And at this point, this would have been a great spot right here to put an ice tower, but unfortunately that fantasy is not going to happen, so instead I'll put a spike factory here. I want to have a nice little coverage on this bit here, just because I mean, if something gets past, then it can run to them, that's great. But the main reason I want these here is just in case like a BFB or a Zoma God makes it this far. Because this is one of those nice points where like the balloons going past here won't hit those, obviously. But if a giant blimp did, then since its hitbox is so huge, it's going to hit all these spikes. Which is something that I really quite like. I love placing my spikes in a way that they can hit the blimps but not the balloons. It really is, it's a very effective strategy to use. Anyway, gonna try and get a Spectre up again now. I always like to get a Spectre when I can because it's really great cleanup. There are other methods of cleanup you can use, but Spectre's probably one of my favorite at the moment. I mean, as always, I'm open to suggestions if you want to teach me something different. I mean, I didn't even know a Spectre was this good to begin with. I hadn't even tried it until someone suggested that I use it to try and get better cleanup. So I tested that out, had to go with the Spectre, and I really liked it, so thanks for that. And as always, yeah, I'm open to suggestions. Never know, there could always be something better. Anyway, Probably could have, like a couple rounds ago, put a farm up. Would have been easier to get that Spectre up sooner, but as I mentioned before, try not to use farms just to make this a bit easier to follow. But if you did want to use farms, then you could have easily put a couple of those up before and then sold them after you'd earned the money off them after a round or two. So the good thing about farms in this game is that since they earn so much more than usual, then if you're willing to actually sell the farm, then you can actually pay off the cost of making that farm very quickly. Because, yeah, because of that little extra bonus they earn. Anyway, yeah, this is what I was talking about here. See, as they're going past, they're picking up all these spikes along here. They missed these ones, but they still managed to get use. So that would have been a good time to have a Spectre up to just clean up that little bit there, but it seems that these ninjas were able to take that without a problem. Should be able to get Spectre at the end of this round. If not, then I'll just sell something and get it. Here we go. Grab my Spectre, and see how it just wipes everything out. Really, it's what I love the Spectre for. Just for cleaning up the regular balloons, and I'm not really too fussed about how well it works against mobs, because I deal with mobs with my Spectres and Maulers just fine anyway. So yeah, pretty much won by this point. Not really anything else you need to do. All I'm gonna do at the moment is just build a couple more mob Maulers around here just to end it a little bit faster. Just crack those blimp layers. Inspector's fine to clear everything up. And yeah, all there is to it. That was a very easy tile. Very easy. There are some hard jungle ones though, which I haven't got around to yet. Don't worry though, I plan to get around to them eventually. I plan to get around to every map eventually, but for now, I'm just doing these couple, because I don't really like jungles. Well, as I've said, you probably realised that by now. Anyway, clearing up these last blimps. Getting them to pick up all those spikes along there. It's not really as effective on this map, it is on some, but that can be very effective. Anyway, and that's how you do that. Pretty simple. Pretty much all of these tiles are the same map, so I guess I might try and pass through there a little bit later. So yeah, hope this helped you out. Hope you guys enjoyed this, and I'll see you around.